So last week was so cool because towards the end of the game, Christian Gray had that 99-yard pick six. Then USC gets the ball back, and then you take it 100 yards to the house as well. Just how about that sequence where you guys were able to get those two pick sixes?
Yeah, it was a pretty cool moment. Like you said, just getting two back-to-back pick sixes. You don't really see that often. I mean, you see back-to-back interceptions, but you don't really see back-to-back, pick sixes. So it's pretty cool. And, it's just a good way to end the game, especially against a rival. Last regular season of the regular season game of the year. So it was a really cool moment.
When I was watching back the interception, I slowed it down, and it was clear you were going to get to the end zone probably at about the 40-yard line, and you started to say some things to the USC sideline. What were you saying? Can you share that?
I really didn't say anything. I was just looking at him. I when I was running down, I made eye contact with somebody. I don't know. And then once I locked in eyes with him, I just looked back again and just looked over at people. So I didn't say anything. I was just looking at people.
It's such a dominant moment, though, and it's such a powerful image because you know you're scoring and you're still able to run at the speed that you were doing and look at that sideline. That was pretty neat.
No, yeah, for sure. It kind of my body just took over. Sometimes when I'm out there in the field, I just get really locked in the moment and just some things just happen. So it was one of those things just kind of just happened.
Talking to Xavier Watts right now, do you feel like you're the best defensive player in the country, and if so, why?
Yeah, I mean, I have the mo utmost confidence in myself as a player. I definitely feel that way. Anytime I step on the field, I'm gonna give, my all. I'm gonna, make plays wherever I'm at. I'm always around the ball. I'm gonna make some plays somewhere, somehow. But I definitely feel, strongly about my abilities on the defense side of the ball. Like I said, I feel like I'm just always making plays. I'm always around the ball. So for sure.
For your individual season this year, separating the team aspect, last year we know you were a unanimous All American. You won the Bronco Nagurski Award as well. How do you kind of look at the things that you feel as if you got better at when you look back at the 12 games you played in this year?
Yeah, I'm never really looking for statistical things. Those things kind of just happen, all those things happen because, my preparation throughout the week, my preparation through even back in January, all those things just pay off now. So, I mean, I just feel like, in terms of me, how I feel getting better is, just looking at myself, evaluating myself, and I look myself in the mirror and kind of when I'm watching film on myself, getting up in the morning, like I said, looking myself in the mirror, be like, all right, did I get better yesterday? Practicing every day, kind of just looking at those type of things. I had specific things I wanted to get better at this year, being more vocal, getting better at man coverage, just having a lot more confidence on the field. Feel like that's what I'm playing with. I'm having a lot more confidence just out there, just, not stressing about anything. So in terms of those things, I feel like I definitely have improved in this year.
When you look in the mirror, what type of player do you see? Just wondering these days.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what I said two questions ago when you asked me, just uh, a guy who's always going to be out there and make plays. I mean,
Mhm.
like I said, I'm going to fly around regardless of what happened. I'm always going to be around the ball. The ball is always going to find its way to me. And a credit of that is to, me obviously doing my job and, being disciplined in what um, the call is, what the coaches are calling. Like I said, just that preparation all week of just practice and, just leading up to the game. And then, of course, my teammates, there's no way I would be able to, be making these plays and do anything I've been doing last season, this season without my teammates doing their job. So I'm always going to give credits to, my teammates for what they do because it allows me to do what I need to do.
Now, I know you said that you're not focused on the individual accolades and the awards, but when you won the Nagurski Award last year and you've had a kick-ass season this year, to not be a finalist, does that create a little extra chip on your shoulder this year? You feel like you got disrespected this go around?
Uh, try it's definitely something. I mean, I don't really try to pay too much attention to it. Last year when I won the Nagurski, obviously it was somewhat out of the air because I wasn't like the what are the things like the preseason watch list, things like that. Like
Sure.
coming into season, I wasn't like on anybody's radar seriously. So last year, obviously, it was exciting to win that. And then like obviously this year, it's something that's kind of on your mind because I mean I won the award, so you're obviously gonna think about it. So you obviously start thinking about other awards as well. But I mean, uh I've seen the stuff. I wasn't, a finalist for some of those things. And I mean, it is what it is. I can't control it. I don't know what the criteria is or what they're looking for or what happened. But I mean, I can't do anything about it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna, do what I need to do, play my best football. And the focus right now is just win a national championship, is the playoffs. I mean, that's greater than any individual achievement I can ever. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
I'll say it for you. I was shocked. All right. I was absolutely shocked. Xavier Watts here with us. So we all know earlier in the season, after that A&M victory, you guys lost to NIU, and then everyone was out on Notre Dame. You guys haven't lost the game since. Why did that loss up against NIU not break this team and still allow you guys to dig deeper and find a better version of this program and of this team?
Yeah, that loss was definitely a blessing in disguise. I mean, obviously you don't want to lose games, but I mean, just losing that game kind of just woke up the entire program. I mean, just it really shook everything up. I mean, this, like you said, just ever since that loss, we've won every game. So I mean, it was more urgency in the building. Offense, defense, special teams, everybody, the coaching staff, the support staff, is just more urgency. So that kind of just taught us that just like, if we don't prepare the right way, if we don't, take things as, serious, I mean, we can get beat by anybody. So I mean, kind of that game really just taught us so many different lessons that we've kind of, built on each game, and kind of just had a reminder for ourselves that like if we don't do what we need to do, we're not going to be happy with the results. So
And we know the way the defense is playing right now. We talked about the two pick sixes, but then on the offense side of the ball, Riley Leonard has really improved. You got a nice 1-2 punch at the running back position. Just how about the other side of the ball and what you've been seeing out of them with the growth that they've made throughout the season?
yeah, it's been awesome to see the growth. I mean, I love seeing, the beginning of the year, the beginning product of everything, offense and defense, specifically the offense, like you asked, just seeing, how much they've grown each game has just been really awesome to see, especially like you said, Riley getting a lot more comfortable back there. And then, we have the best running backs in the country, JD and J Love. There's nobody better than them. So I mean, it's just awesome to see. Our receivers are awesome, tight ends are awesome, O lines are awesome. So like you said, just seeing them improve each week has been really good to see.
And we know you guys are going to have a home playoff game, so that's going to be pretty damn cool. Have you envisioned or thought what that atmosphere is going to look like at South Bend when you guys have a home playoff game?
Yeah, it's gonna be rocking. I mean, our stadium is pretty crazy, without home playoff game. We have the best fans in the country. Like our player walks are awesome. So many people come out for those, and I just know the campus is gonna be it's gonna be a crazy feeling. I just can't wait for it. And it's gonna be awesome. Hopefully I have some towels going and the fans throwing up the towels during the game. So it's gonna be awesome.
You know that sometimes people try to limit you guys. There's always been talks, like really the last decade, about Notre Dame. They're really good, but they're not a team that could win a national championship. People that are still doubting this team and saying you guys, when you're in the playoff, aren't going to be able to win it all. What do you say to people that don't think this group is capable of taking home the trophy at the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, those kind of things are kind of things Coach Freeman kind of preaches to us, is like, I mean, it doesn't really matter what other people are saying. I mean, it's all just a whole bunch of noise. It's just noise that you don't need to listen to. It's just all outside chatter. So, I mean, what really matters is just us believing in ourselves. Obviously, I mean, it's cliche to say, but I mean, as long as we are all truly bought in and know what's going to happen, and just locking into what we need to do is just way more important than listening to what other people are saying about, oh, you guys won't win, or things of that nature. So I mean, it's just all outside noise, really. So don't really try to pay attention to it.
How about the impact that your head football coach, Marcus Freeman, has had on your career and your time at Notre Dame?
Yeah, Coach Freeman's been, has been an amazing guy to be around ever since he first stepped foot in being defense coordinator. I was on the offense side of the ball, so just him being there, you could tell he was just an amazing individual. He's really, down to earth guy, but just him as a coach as well. I mean, just the amount of effort and, love you can see from him as a coach is kind of what motivates me as a player and even, the entire program. He's a true leader. And I mean, everybody just loves him as a person and just, he's a great guy, great coach. So
Now, I don't know if you saw this or if it gets talked about, but over the weekend, Peter Schrager was saying, "Hey, maybe a name to watch for the Chicago Bears job is Marcus Freeman." Would you be shocked if Coach wasn't back at Notre Dame next year?
I have no idea. I mean, I mean, obviously I know he loves Notre Dame. I don't know how those things work. That ain't I'm not part of any of those conversations. I don't know what goes on in any of that. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what Chicago Bears are thinking. I don't know. I mean, but like he kind of preaches the future is uncertain. So I mean, I don't know what's going to happen or if that's even true. But I don't know. But I know he loves Notre Dame. I don't really necessarily see him leaving, but I don't know. You never know what could happen.
Well, it's not going to be that far away until you're making plays on NFL Sundays. Just curious, when you were growing up, Xavier Watts, who were some NFL players that you really liked growing up as a kid?
Yeah. So I really enjoyed, the older guys. Safeties like Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, but obviously the offense side of the ball, really like LaDainian Tomlinson, uh, Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin was my favorite player growing up because I grew up a Vikings fan. So just seeing Percy Harvin out there, he's a baller. So those are the type of guys I liked watching growing up.
Last thing I'll ask you, because I know how close you and your dad are, and I saw the feature that was done on him a year ago. And for people that don't know, your dad, when he was 21, was paralyzed. Just how about the influence that your dad has had on your life and the impact, and really how he shaped you to be the man that we're talking to today?
Yeah, I mean, just the experiences that he had, like you had mentioned, him being paralyzed, kind of just taught me uh some of the things that he went through that I didn't need to go through in life. Just him uh having a traumatizing event like that, he kind of, kept me away from things like that, things that could put me in harm's way. He just kept me away from things like that because he didn't want me to go down the same path. So just him having that life experience kind of just set me up to, have a successful life and, just kind of taught me the ways, to avoid certain things like that.
Well, I've enjoyed the conversation today. Best of luck. We'll see who the first round opponent's going to be coming up on Sunday, and continue to have a great career at Notre Dame. Appreciate you doing this.
Thank you. Appreciate it.